Yo, what's up guys? So it's Sony Osu right now, and today I am going to introduce to you guys my custom deck I made on Dueling Book. Now, I know this is a little off topic from most of my videos, but I spent a lot of time on this deck, and if anyone wants to use it, this is just a tutorial for it because it's pretty powerful. I might make some nerfs after this video to try to get it approved, but it's most likely not going to be approved on CCF format. So, but if there's any other discords that like overpowered decks, this might be a good one. So basically this deck is like DDDs but with synchros. So the main cards are these three tuner magicians. So these are going to set up all your plays. So Emma, what it does is you can synchro summon a monster from your extra deck using this card and another card from your hand or field. So you usually don't do this until you have like a synchro out, so you can get out a stronger one, like turn one. So yeah, you really usually don't open plays with this unless you really brick, and most of the times that doesn't happen. But Nisha is one of the main cards in this deck. If it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and another like non-tuner monster is a special summon a synchro. And then Yumi is another main card where if you control a tuner magician warrior, you special summon it. So basically, the combo you do with this is you normal summon a Nisha or like any of these warriors, and then you can special summon Yumi from your hand and to link 2 into Lula, but we'll get into that in a second. This is basically the hand trap of the deck. I might make another one because this one's kinda weak, but not really. Uh, when your opponent basically special summons while you control a monster, you can negate the summon and give your opponent control of this card, and it can't be used for link summons. And when you have Valley out, your opponent can only special summon dark monsters while it's out on the field. So it's a pretty good counter, like if your opponent, like, it clogs up their board basically, and if they're running a non-dark deck, then this could be like really powerful, but I don't know. So I might change the effect of that. I think I mistyped it a little bit. I don't know. Here's Drax. This is a mech card. I might make it a little more powerful, but honestly, it's so when it's used for a synchro summon, it gains the monster gains 500 attack, and if it's in your graveyard and you have a synchro on the field, you can banish this, and then it's immune to effects. So it's basically like, and it's a quick effect. Yeah, it's a quick effect. So it's pretty good for negations and stuff if you have a weak synchro out. Most of these synchros are pretty powerful. Eric is really crazy. I don't know why nobody's yelled at me for making this card. But basically, has the same effect as Drax. Synchroed monster gains 500 attack, but you can discard this card to add one Tuner Magician monster from your deck to your hand. So say you have this out in your hand and a Yumi, but like you have no other cards, you can just send this to the graveyard to get out, like add one of these to your hand. So that's already like, okay, you have a free like search. Okay, what else? And when it's banished, you can add it to your hand. So say you use this first effect to send a card to the graveyard. Okay, now you just synchro summon a monster with Nisha, and you're about to use Nisha's effect. Use Nisha's effect with Eric, and you can bring Eric back to your hand for next turn. Now each of these are once per turn, so you can use each of these like one time per turn, which is really powerful. Basically, it just floats forever. So it helps. The reason I made it is because the deck, like, once you bring it to like the graveyard, has like, it's really like hard to bring the cards back in my opinion. So I try to make a few cards to like bring the cards back from banished and stuff. So that's why I did that. But yeah, this is basically like float. And if you use a lure on this, you can banish this, bring it back to your hand for a free +2. So yeah, that's cool. Valkyrie, uh, in the current state of this deck, it's not too crazy, but if it's sent to the graveyard for a synchro or link summon, you can special summon it from the graveyard. So it's pretty good if you top deck Yumi. Like if you have Yumi in your hands, summon this, get out Yumi, link, and then bring this back out. But there's not a lot of link 3s in this deck, so it's not too crazy. It's not too useful, but it's good to get like that extra card out on the field. Of course, yeah, 3 lures, Foolish, Monster, Terra. So Tuner Rescue Mission is pretty okay. Again, I wanted to try to bring the banished cards back into the deck, so it's not too powerful. You could run this at 2, but I just added the second effect, which makes it really good. So basically, target any number of banned like monsters in your banish zone, shuffle them into the deck, and pay like 1,000 life points for each. So like soul charge. I might bring that down to 500 because that's like crazy. But if this is in your graveyard, you can banish it to add one Valley of the Fallen to your hand. So basically, 1,000 life point cost terraforming, so that's pretty good. Pretty balanced, not too crazy. Twin Twisters. And then this is a main card in your deck. It's a field spell. So basically, um, pay 1,500 life points every standby phase, but it's crazy. The effects are crazy. So like, if you have this out, you can literally get like any synchro monster out you want, pretty much. So you can either search a tuner, return one card from your graveyard to your deck, or send one tuner from your card from your deck to your graveyard. It's a typo. Yeah, but so basically you can get Nisha to the grave. You can like bring cards back into your deck if you're really like running low. Or you can search one from your deck. And if you can't pay the cost, like if this is destroyed, you have to destroy a card on your side of the field. So I try to make it balanced. And then this is the only trap I'm running. Tuner counter. It's pretty good. When your opponent declares an attack on one of your tuner, like monsters or synchro monsters, special summon a tuner magician and warrior from your graveyard. Negate the attack and end the battle phase. So it's pretty good. And then when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to negate an effect. So, but here's the main part of the deck that people are really getting to me about, like that are like mad about. This is my extra deck. They're pretty powerful. I'm trying to nerf them, but like the point is so they're powerful, so it's a good deck, you know. But yeah, so this is basically one of the easiest cards you're gonna get out. Like send Eric and Nisha to grave, you get this out. You have Emma and Eric, you get this out. You have Yumi and Valkyrie, you get this out. So level 8s are really easy to get out in this deck. So what you do is, what it does is if this were to be destroyed by a card effect, you can discard a tuner monster and negate the effect and destroy that card. So that's a negate. And then quick effect, while Valley of the Fallen is on the field during your opponent's turn, you can choose spell, trap, or monster, and for the rest of their turn, this card is not affected by that card type's effects. So like say your opponent's about to Reigeki or something, you just activate that quick effect while Valley's on the field and Incelsius stays. And if you have two Incelsius, you can pretty much double up on that. So both those cards aren't affected by two card types, which is pretty good. So yeah, you run through those. Orion is basically kinda, yeah, it's pretty much a win condition. It was way more broken before, but I had to like nerf it, and even still it's broken. So it's basically Shockmaster. So like while Valley's on the field, uh, you select either Spell Trap or Monster until your next turn. Cards of that type cannot be activated. So yeah, it's basically Shockmaster, but you need like a field spell out on the field. And so yeah, and then once per turn, you can equip like a tuner monster from your graveyard to this card. I need to change that. I forgot the graveyard part, but this card gains 200 attack for each monster equipped to it, and then once per turn, you can target one monster equipped to this card, special summon it. So basically, you can get a free special summon from the graveyard, like once per turn. So I might get rid of the first effect, I don't know, kind of balance it out a little bit. But yeah, so this is basically your win condition. You basically just like it. You might be able to get out first turn if you're lucky, but like I still haven't figured out this deck too much. So like basically what you would do is you go in Celsius, special summon Yumi, bring this out, easy. Sinja is like, it's an alright card. It depends what deck you're going against. I think like spell heavy decks like Sky Striker, well not really. Like this is a good back row eliminator. Actually not really, I nerfed it. Oops. Might change it again, but this card is unaffected by opponent's card effects. Really good. While Valley of the Fallen is on the field, Tuner Magician monsters can be used to synchro summon any monster. So when this card is out, you can like, because usually these can only Emma and Nisha can usually only be used to special summon Mythical Synchros, because if not, then it would be like super generic and like you could run anything. But now with this, you can like summon Crystal Wing or whatever you want. I personally don't run any generic synchros, but that's up to you. Let's see. Yeah, you can discard one card, destroy two spell traps in the field, so like a free Twin Twister. I might increase that to 3. You can target one tuner monster in your hand or graveyard. That target's level can be increased or decreased by a value of up to 2. So basically, if you have this out, it doesn't matter like what's in your graveyard with Nisha. You can literally get out almost any synchro. So you get out like level 6, level 7, level 9. Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is more like a stall card. It's level 6, so it's actually one of the harder cards to get out, because like you would need Sinja out, or you would need like, I don't even know, you would need decoy and like Emma, but yeah. So basically, while Valley's on the field, it's unaffected by card effects and cannot be tributed, so Kaiju's can't get it. Once per turn, if Valley, I need a typo. If Valley of the Fallen is on the field, you can discard a card, destroy a card in the field. So yeah, pretty good. It's more of like a stall card. Uh, Zao, I literally haven't gotten this out because it's level 9, so it's like really weird. Like you basically need Sinja to get it out, and I haven't really had a chance to get out yet, but basically once per turn you can target a card in the field, destroy it. So yeah, that's really good. Once per turn you can add one spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, so free Valley if you need it, but honestly, if you're getting out Sinja, you probably already have Valley. And while Valley of the Fallen is on the field, your opponent cannot activate card effects in response to this card's effects, and this card is unaffected by monster effects. So yeah, this is like really good actually, but I haven't had a chance to play it because it's pretty hard to get out. So I don't know. Yugioh level 7. This is also a really good card. Um, when this card is summoned, you can add one magical tuner warrior monster from your deck to your hand. So say you get this out from like Nisha or whatever first turn, you can add Emma to your hand to get out a better card. Like I don't know, I might add a level 10 synchro later, but I'm mind blocked. Once per turn, you can discard a card, destroy one card on the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. And then while Valley's on the field, your opponent can't activate effects in response to this card's effects. So this deck is really good for like clearing your opponent's field. And yeah. And then Mythical Synchro Onyx, this is like an okay card. I just made this, so I don't know how well it works. But I know it's easy to get out, but like all it does is you don't take life points from Valley anymore. And then you can detach one XYZ to negate a special summon. But then when you use all your material, it's attack and defense points to switch. So it's I don't know if it's as powerful as Incelsia, but if you have Valley out and you're like running down to the wire on the duel, you have to get this out basically. So let's go into the Link Monsters. This is Lula is like the most broken card, one of the most broken cards in this deck, maybe 3 or 4, like third or fourth. But basically, when it's summoned, you can send a Tuner Magician Warrior monster from your deck to your graveyard. So like, if you use Nisha to summon this, send Eric to the graveyard. If you use a Warrior to summon this, bring Nisha to the grave, and that's a free synchro. So this is like a 2-card combo basically. And this card gains 200 attack for every synchro monster it points to. And if a card effect would destroy one more Tuner Magician or Mythical Synchros, you can have it destroy this card instead. So yeah, run through these. This is like staple in the deck. This is like the best card. And this is just for like extending outwards. Like if you need more than like if you want 3 synchros out, you can use this. And both these Link monsters are only like you only need dark monsters. So you can play Destrudo if you want. You can play whatever. It'll still work. I actually might add Destrudo again because Tudscaper is Earth, but when this is Link Summon, you can add one card from your graveyard to your hand. So say like used Emma to synchro summon, add it back to your hand. So that's pretty good. And then every synchro and the rest is the same as Lula. So yeah, that's the deck. Very very strong. I'm gonna show play right here. I did with it, I guess. So basically, this is a really good first hand. So you got Nisha, Valkyrie, Valley. So when you top deck Valley, you basically have a guaranteed combo because you can just search anything. I don't even know what this guy's running. He's like running a 52 card deck, but anyways. Good luck, have fun. Activate Valley to search for Yumi so you can get out that link. And that's basically what you're always going to want to do. You want to have Yumi and another card you can normal summon. And that's how you start all your combos, basically. So, normal summon Nisha, special summon Yumi, so you can get out your Lula. And then with Lula's effect, since I already have Nisha in the grave, I'm going to send Eric to the grave. And then now Nisha is a 3-star, Eric's a 5-star. You synchro summon with Nisha. And that's free in Celsia. And then you activate Eric and you're banished to add it to your hand. So that's why this is like a really broken card. You can just float with it, like float, float, float. Like you never run out of Eric. And then, cause like no matter what you do, this card's gonna end up in the banish zone. Cause like you always use Nisha, you always use stuff like that. So it just keeps coming around. So then I kind of know what to do here. So I used Eric, and I'm pretty sure I got Emma. Yeah, I got Emma. So from here, you could do a lot of things. You can bring out Yugioh, or you could take that and get out Sinja. So it's whatever you want. I think I decided to bring out Yugioh. Yep, Yugioh. So yeah, with that, you can add a card from your deck to your hand. So free search. Add Yumi for next turn. Then Valkyrie will special summon itself. Remember, I didn't know what to do, so that's a really strong first turn. You have nothing can basically this is like a free negate. Next turn you can destroy cards with this, and your opponent can respond. And then this, if they use Regeki or something, just destroy Pop Lula. So, and then you set tune your counter next play. And so, I don't know what this deck is. Someone else's deck. Why would what? Okay. So he activated that. I used Ash. He still tried to activate for some reason. Not too sure. Yeah, bring it back to his deck. He didn't know Lula gains 200 attack for each synchro, so it's at 2,200. And then he quit. So yeah, that was kind of short. Let me get another. Replay. So this is one of the better duels I've played with this deck. This is pre-Orion nerfs, so a lot of these cards have been nerfed. But the combo is still going to be the same. So I went first. So of course I had a really good draw. I had Yumi, Nisha, Emma, and Valley. So normal summon Nisha, special Yumi. Not going to waste that search just yet. Bring out Lula. Lula effect. Send Eric to the grave, get out Celsia. Yeah, that's basically your staple combo, what you're going to do every time. It's really consistent, so. Then I used Eric's effect and Banish to add it to my hand. And then from this point, I could literally special summon another Celsia. I didn't do that, I brought out Sinja. I didn't have the XYZ this duel, so. And I didn't have the cost effect for this, so. It was really broken at this time. So yeah, Sinja Valley effect searches for or sends a card to the graveyard for next turn, and then end turn. So it's not a very strong start, but yeah, it's okay. So this guy's using like a trap heavy deck, so and he was getting real mad at me for my cards being broken. His cards were so retarded, bruh. I have 3 set cards. So this is very stall deck, kind of stun deck. So Valley, I have to discard a card. I changed that effect. You don't have to do that anymore. So he activates this. So he sends Nisha back to my deck. Wait, did I activate Valley twice? Oh no, I used Terraforming to get out another Valley. I destroy my Valley, get out Terraforming, and now with the errata to tuner rescue, it's literally you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in your deck that can bring out Valley, including Valley. So like 1/5 of your deck is Valley, so that's pretty good. So you send Nisha to grave, synchro with that. Sinja increase Nisha's by 1, and then bam, free Orion. But this was broken. This was incredibly stupid at the time. So before, it was if Valley is out, you can choose 2 card types and your opponent can't activate them while this card's on the field. So yeah, I had to change that. But no, that's broken, right? Look what he does. Plays this from hand. When an effect on the field is activated, that effect becomes both players draw 1 card. It's retarded. So yeah, now it's a 3000 attack beater. So another cool thing with Lula that you can do is when you're stuck like this, you can recycle it. Like you can bring out another Lula and then bring another Nisha to the grave if you need to clear up space. That's mainly the reason I added the extender card, extender link monster. So yeah, I got another Lula. I send another card to the graveyard, Nisha. Then I discard Eric to get out Emma, I think. Yep. Bring out Celsia. Boom. And of course, Eric increases Incelsia by 500. So basically, Incelsia is always going to have 3,100 attack. Battle phase. Let's go activate a bunch of crap right here. Let's shuffle 3 Grimoire cards to the deck. And bam. Alright. So yeah, this deck's pretty strong. As you can see, like, I have no hand. So that's the only bad thing about it. But Valley, of course, you can search with. So it's not too bad. And then Eric floats. So even when you're stuck like this, there's ways to like play. Chains is so retarded. This deck was so annoying to play against. But I think this duel really showed like the potential of this deck. So yeah, Valley searches for Eric. Eric goes into Emma. Oh no, I use Singe's effect, and now look at this. When a monster's effect is activated, that effect becomes shuffle this card into the deck. This effect is this card's unaffected by your opponent's card effects. And then he was like, how is it not an effect? It changes your effect. Okay. I don't know if that's how Yugioh works, but sure. So, that's not broken at all. Literally a deck that doesn't run spells. That's not broken. It's so dumb. And he got mad at me for like having Orion, but whatever. So now I use Nisha. Summon Incelsia. Use Eric to add it back to my hand. Oh damn, I think I misplayed. I activated that twice, oops. Oh whatever. This is summon Yumi. Ran another Orion, I'm pretty sure. No, I can't. Yeah, because I only ran one Orion. So I couldn't do that. But basically I just attacked. And bam. So this deck is very, very strong. I just wanted to make this video in case anybody wanted to run it. It's pretty fun. If you miss DDDs, I highly suggest running this in custom card format. I don't know if there's any like custom card format discords that allow broken cards, but yeah, what's up? The name's Sony. So yeah, see ya.